Hey everyone, it's TechSpace here. If you're watching this, you're probably thinking about getting your PMP certification, which is awesome. This is one of the best things you can do to level up your career in project management. That's why in this video, I'm breaking down everything you need to know to conquer this beast and get that PMP certification. We're talking about understanding the exam structure, getting the right study materials, creating a killer study plan, and even how to crush it on exam day. So grab your notebook, get ready to take some notes, and let's do this. Before we talk study plans, let's break down what you're dealing with. The PMP exam has 180 questions in under 4 hours. It's divided into 3 sections: people, process, and business environment. These are situational questions testing your PMBOK guide knowledge. The exam focuses on real-world scenarios. Understand the 5 process groups: initiating, planning, executing, monitoring and controlling, and closing. Agile methodologies are crucial too. Do your research, put in the time, and get ready to crush this thing. Alright, so you know the exam's no walk in the park, right? So you need the right tools for this job. First up, the Holy Grail, the PMBOK guide. This bad boy is your Bible, your encyclopedia, your everything for the PMP exam. But hey, I get it, the PMBOK guide can be a bit dry. So grab yourself a good PMP prep book to make things a bit more digestible. And speaking of online resources, don't underestimate the power of practice exams. These are your secret weapon to acing the PMP. Now here's a little pro tip. Don't just take the practice exam and forget about it. Analyze your mistakes. Figure out where you're going wrong and focus your study efforts on those areas. And hey, if you're someone who learns best in a group setting, consider joining a PMP boot camp or online course. Remember, the right study materials can make or break your PMP journey. Alright, now that you've got your study materials, it's time to create a rock-solid study plan. First things first, be honest with yourself about how much time you can realistically dedicate to studying each day. Once you have a realistic time frame in mind, break down the PMBOK guide and your study materials into manageable chunks. Maybe you focus on one knowledge area per week, or maybe you dedicate certain days to practice exams. Active recall is your best friend. Take notes, create flashcards, teach the concepts to someone else. Whatever it takes to really get that information ingrained in your brain. Even if you can only spare 30 minutes a day, make it a non-negotiable part of your routine. Oh, and one more thing. Don't forget to schedule in regular breaks. Your brain needs time to process all this new information. Remember, your study plan is your personalized roadmap to PMP success. Listen, I know studying for the PMP can feel like a lonely journey, but it doesn't have to be. There's a whole community of people out there going through the exact same thing. First off, check out online forums and study groups specifically for PMP candidates. These are great places to ask questions, get advice, and share resources. Now, if you're someone who thrives in a more structured environment, consider joining a PMP study group in your local area. Plus, you might even make some new project management buddies along the way. And hey, if you're really struggling with a particular concept, don't be afraid to reach out to a PMP tutor or mentor. Remember, the PMP community is a wealth of knowledge and support. Okay, we've talked about the importance of practice exams, but I really want to hammer this home. Practicing is hands down the single most important thing you can do to prepare for the PMP exam. Aim to take at least a couple of full-length practice exams under timed conditions to simulate the real deal. But here's the thing. Don't just go through the motions of answering questions. Really analyze your performance. Identify your weak areas and focus your study efforts on those topics. The PMP exam is notorious for being a bit of a time crunch, so you need to make sure you can pace yourself and answer all the questions within the allotted time. So, make practice a non-negotiable part of your study plan and watch your PMP exam score soar. Alright, let's get down to brass tacks. The PMP exam covers a ton of information, but there are a few key concepts you absolutely need to master if you want to pass with flying colors. First and foremost, you need to have a solid understanding of the 5 process groups: initiating, planning, executing, monitoring, and controlling and closing. Next up, Agile methodologies. Agile is all the rage in project management these days, so make sure you're comfortable with the basic principles of Scrum, Kanban, and other Agile frameworks. Make sure you know how to calculate things like earned value management, EVM, net present value, NPV, and return on investment, ROI. The PMP exam includes questions about professional and social responsibility, so make sure you're familiar with the PMI Code of Ethics and Professional Conduct. So, make sure you understand the underlying concepts and principles, not just the definitions and formulas. Alright, you've put in the hours of studying, you've mastered the key concepts, and now it's time to start mentally preparing for the big day. First things first, find a quiet space where you won't be interrupted for the duration of the exam. Turn off your phone, close your email, and let everyone know that you're off the grid for the next few hours. Set a timer for 4 hours and take a full-length practice exam under the exact same conditions you'll experience on exam day. The goal here is to get your mind and body used to the feeling of sitting in that chair, focusing intently for an extended period of time. Oh, and speaking of stamina, don't forget to fuel your brain. Eat a healthy breakfast on exam day, and bring along some snacks and water to keep your energy levels up throughout the test. Remember, the more closely you can simulate the actual exam experience, the more prepared and confident you'll feel on the day of the test. Alright, it's game day. You've put in the work, you're prepared, and now it's time to go out there and crush this exam. First things first, logistics. Make sure you know exactly where the testing center is and how long it will take you to get there. Once you arrive at the testing center, take a few deep breaths and remind yourself of all the hard work you've put in. Now here's a little trick I learned. During the exam, if you find yourself getting stuck on a particular question, don't dwell on it for too long. Mark it for review and come back to it later. And remember those scheduled breaks? Don't be afraid to use them. Get up, stretch your legs, clear your head, and refocus. Even a few minutes of mental break can make a world of difference. Most importantly, stay positive and believe in yourself. You've got this. Congratulations, you did it! You survived the PMP exam, and now it's time to celebrate your incredible accomplishment. First things first, when will you get your results? The good news is that you'll receive a preliminary pass-fail result immediately after completing the exam. Now, if you passed, which I'm confident you did, congratulations! You're officially a PMP certified professional. The PMI will send you your official certificate in the mail within a few weeks. But what if you didn't pass on the first attempt? Don't panic. It happens to the best of us. Take some time to process your emotions, review your exam results to identify areas for improvement, and then get back on that study grind. Remember, whether you passed or failed, this exam is just one chapter in your project management journey. So hold your head high, celebrate your accomplishments, and get ready to conquer the world of project management. Alright, so you've conquered the PMP exam, you're officially certified, but here's the thing about the world of project management. It's constantly evolving. New methodologies emerge, best practices change, and you've got to keep learning and growing to stay at the top of your game. To maintain your PMP certification, you'll need to earn Professional Development Units, PDUs, every 3 years. You can earn PDUs by attending conferences, taking courses, volunteering for project management-related activities. The possibilities are endless. And speaking of staying connected, consider joining the Project Management Institute, PMI. It's the starting point of an incredible journey of continuous learning and growth in the exciting world of project management. So there you have it. Everything you need to know to ace your PMP exam and launch yourself on the path to project management success. Remember, this exam is challenging, but it's absolutely achievable with the right mindset, the right preparation, and a whole lot of dedication. So go out there, crush that exam, and become the project management rockstar you were born to be. Good luck and happy studying.